Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Facts Over Feelings podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody go home to the Fat Man Puffs. What's happening, chocolate people? Back up in you one more again. Got all this equipment on this table. If you ain't got it, make sure you get it. My first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can pick this up at AskTheIceman.com. Scroll down to the Add to Cart button, or you can go to Amazon and purchase, okay? All right. All right, y'all. We got our face all up in the place. Let's get it cracking. We're just gonna go ahead and start. Sorry, look like I'm about 45 minutes late. I lost track of time. I was out in the streets doing some shopping, and I lost track of time because I worked out at home. Hold on for a second. Let everybody know we live and on the air. Can you dig it? I want you guys to take copy and paste the link from this video on your social media so we can drive folks to the lecture tonight. And believe me, it's going to be a lecture. Okay? So invite your friends, co-workers, and loved ones to come hang out with the Iceman. Can you dig it? All right, man. Man, I turned on the news when I got home, man. Man, these no good white supremacists up here, they passed that, they signed that old sorry ass law for these illegals to be able to get driver's licenses. So basically they automatically get a social security number and a driver's license without being citizens of this country. And just like California, Nevada, and Utah, they're probably going to allow undocumented, illegal aliens to be able to become police officers. Okay? I wonder if they're allowing them to join the FBI or join the Department of Justice. How much you want to bet they can't join the FBI not being a citizen? Okay, see how they do? I'm seriously thinking about moving out of here, man. I'm so sick of these homos up here and these closet white supremacists. that grin in your face and then stab you in the back up here. I'm starting to get tired of it. And then this this winter wasn't worth a shit. I mean, man, it's been cold. I mean, I haven't seen a winter like this since '07. Because last year was pretty mild considering. I suggest those of you who are in the chat room, I suggest you read carefully. You read. There's some instructions on there. If people are not look, I'm not gonna say nothing else. Let's just go ahead and get started. Playing offense. When you're playing a sport, what do you play? I mean, what is the objective on offense? To score. What is the objective on defense? Is to stop the other team from scoring. Okay? That's with every sport, whether it's for one person or a bunch of people. Oh, here they go. Here they go. See, every time I start dropping that sauce, the first thing they do is kick me out. You fucking man, I'm getting tired of these. I'm getting tired of Facebook, man. I'm really getting tired of you people. I'm just gonna fuck it, man. You fucking no good devils. See how they do? See how these assholes do? Hold up, y'all. Let me do some cut and paste. Cause I you know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I don't give a damn about they sorry ass. I don't give a damn about they sorry ass. What they call it? Their sorry ass algorithms. Like I said, you know when people say, "Oh man, America, in America, we free." Really? Does that look? When they trying to silence you, is that freedom? Huh? You can't say nothing about the vaccines or they damn near put you in jail. Really? I mean, just okay. I see how that works. Well, we gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it more bounce to the ounce anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna make me go in harder. Okay, because they think they're scaring. These little punks think they're scaring somebody. Okay, they really think they're scaring somebody. Oh, they'll give. You keep messing with their live stream, they'll give up. No, I ain't gonna give up. I'm gonna double down to fix your ass. No good heathens. I had a feeling they were gonna do that with they no good asses. Just no good. If you gotta silence somebody, that means you hiding something. Okay? You're hiding something if you have to silence people and not allow them to speak and speak their mind. That means you hiding something. What you hiding, Facebook? Huh? What are you hiding? Same go because my cousin told me last week. He said, "Hey man, the for some reason, man, he was like the sound is janky." I was like, "Oh, that's them messing. That's them messing with my live stream. That's what that is." Okay. What you got? When you up to no good, you do the things that like that happens. Okay. Just to let you guys know the rules. Oh, how you doing, brother? Mr. Youssef, what's happening, player? Hope all is well with you, man. Hope God is blessing you. Matter of fact, I want to welcome all of you guys to the Facts Over Feelings podcast, where we break it down where it need to be broke. Can you dig it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we fundraise, and I want you to read that notice on there, because a lot of you guys, I keep warning you guys every week. If you're not going to participate, why are you here? Don't post one time and then I don't hear from you again. Steve Mack. Okay? And don't start talking to other people like you on your own platform. Okay? I'm not gonna say it again. So anyway, as I was saying, when you play defense, you are trying to prevent the other team from scoring. Okay? You're trying to protect you're trying to protect what's yours. You're trying to score on offense, and then when you're on defense, you're trying to keep the other team from scoring. Okay? Black people, I'm going to say this, and I know some of y'all going to get mad when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. By the way, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, if you contribute tonight via Cash App, if you contribute, remember we always do fundraising for the inner city kids thing that I've been doing for years since I got my last master's degree. We buy these kids clothes, we give them school supplies, and we buy them book bags. Okay, so contribute tonight if you can, if you got it, whatever you got, $1, $5, whatever. Everything is welcome. All right. Anyway, you're right. AM I-90 or AM I-90. We got to play. I'm gonna get to that. We got to play both sides of the field. Exactly. We got to play both ways, like cats used to do in high school. You were the high school quarterback and you were the free safety. Okay. Anyway, all the other race groups, so-called Latinos, which really ain't a race, but we're gonna use that as a category anyway. Latinos, Caucasians, and Asians. I don't consider Native American, Native. I don't. You know what I'm saying? They so far out in left field. Don't nobody really be dealing with them. So let's just keep it with those three groups. Asians, Latinos, and Caucasians play offense. Black people play reactionary. We make an attempt to play defense, and we get scored on 70-0 in a football game. Okay? Imagine having 11 people out there on the field, and all of them are doing on defense, and they're all doing their own thing. I'm using this as an analogy for black people. They're doing their thing. Everybody's doing their own thing. We're supposed to be playing as one defense, but all 11 people are doing their own thing. What happens when you do that? When you got a discombobulated defense? We all watch football. They run up the score on your ass. Okay? They run up the score on you. And our way of dealing with it is whining. We consider whining and voting as playing defense, because we're proxying these white supremacists or blackface white supremacists that we're voting for we vote these people in office and then they turn around and turn their ass cheeks toward us, to our faces. Okay? And then when it's time for re-election again, here they come again. Hey, black people, want some catfish nuggets? Want some greens? They treat us like we silly ass kids, which is what we act like, because we ain't playing grown folk business. If you voted for Biden or any of these other Democrats, whether it's your city, county, state, or whatever federal representative around there, and in the 2020 election, if you voted for Democrats, you need your ass kicked. You need your ass swiftly kicked. There's no, and you can't proxy somebody else to do what you ought to be doing. Black folks really think after 60 years of doing this shit, black folks still think they can vote their way to prosperity. Just like black folks go to church and worship a white Jesus that never existed, and a twisted version of Christianity that came from the Coptic Ethiopians. That's real Christianity. Although they don't went over there now and been messing with that, over there messing with them. Okay? That European Christianity, which is what we subscribe to, is paganism. Now you can get mad. I know it's probably might be some reverends up in here. Hey, you know the truth, Negro. You know that. You know the Christian religion is bullshit. You know that already. I don't even need to tell you. But you get up every Sunday and lie to your congregation. Okay? Whether it's in a second-rate, dirty-ass storefront church or a big mega church. You're wasting your time praying to a white Jesus and a white God. I don't give a damn people get mad. Well, that's all I know. Well, get off your lazy ass and do some research like I did. I came to a crossroads where I learned that Christianity fell short of what I needed it to do, as well as all the ministers I've come in contact with that were, my parents was like, Reverend so-and-so dishonest. I never heard my mom positively talk about any reverends, even though we still got up and went to church. Okay? Even though we still had to get up and go to church, ladies and gentlemen. My mom definitely still was calling shit out in the church, which is why we left one church and went to another church. That was worse than the other one. This one didn't even have no women in there. And the women that did go there, they was ugly as hell. Looked like they faces beat the ugly stick instead of the ugly stick beating their face. Okay? Because I was still out in the street stealing. I was still, doing stuff I ain't had no business doing. We was just doing, man, we used to go in 7 or 8 deep on our bikes and just we hit one of them Asian liquor stores or one of them stores and we wiped their ass out and then walk out. Because we hated them mugs. You're going to come straight from Vietnam and be able to open up a goddamn liquor store. Meanwhile, we've been here. Like the state of Minnesota going to give, I was talking about that at the outset. They're going to sit up here and give these illegal aliens driver's licenses. And people think, oh, that ain't no big deal. What is the number they ask you when you go get your license? They ask for your social security number. So they got to have a social security number issued to them automatically so they can get a goddamn license. And you think they ain't trying to bury our black asses. We're done. I'm done talking when it comes to trying to be nice about this. I don't know. No, I knew it. I knew it. You know what? I'm a post a link to this video. Fuck Facebook. They kicked me off again. Yeah, they can't take that. They can't take that. They can't take the real. They can't take the real deal Holyfield. Exactly, Mr. Youssef. I mean, yeah, is it troubling for me to have to do a U-turn? You know, I did my U-turn at about 25. That's when I started studying Islam. I wasn't studying Islam with the Nation of Islam at the time because I was still in the military. Although with this one brother I used to serve with, he used to give me VHS tapes of the late great Doctor damn, you all know who I'm talking about. I be forgetting people's names, man. But y'all know who Doctor what's his name, the dark skinned brother that passed away from brain cancer, uh, Khalid Muhammad. I used to listen to him. Okay, I got every speech of Malcolm X I could get my hands on. I would do it once I got back from Iraq. Now, here's how I got started. A brother that I was serving with gave me a book about Malcolm X, and it had some of his speeches in it. And his speeches, and it was just opening my mind, because he was talking about what was going on in the Congo, with Patrice Lumumba, Dulles, the CIA director, was responsible for his death, and Kennedy was pissed off about that because Kennedy, he liked him and Patrice Lumumba were friends, and when the CIA pulled that shit where they gave his Minister of Defense money with his sellout ass. And then he went and kidnapped Patrice Lumumba and then killed him. That's why you got to be careful about people that look like you. They are the worst. There's family I don't have nothing to do with because all they do is try to get over on me. It's always a hustle for them. So I'm like, you know what? It's good we don't talk no more because you ain't doing shit anyway. You over there bullshitting. You ain't doing nothing constructive. And they know who they are. I ain't got to call no names. Now they're saying your connection is unstable. See how they do? As soon as they hear certain words, here they go start messing with the live stream. Everybody hit the like button. Please hit the like button. The Cash App, ladies and gentlemen, the Cash App IDs are up there in the top at the top of the chat room. Anyway, it's hard for us to get away from dogmatic Christianity. It's hard for us to get away from that because most of us That's all we've been taught. Our grandparents was all in. Our parents, my parents wasn't all in. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My parents were like maybe had one foot in the church and the other foot on a banana peel. Okay, I know it because my mom drank a little wine. My dad drank. Okay, that's why most people that you know who are religious zealots, they the biggest hypocrites. They the biggest hoes. They the biggest bums. They the biggest liars. And what's so funny about it, they the ones that got their finger in people's faces, telling them, hey, you living wrong. But yet they over here doing the same thing. Okay? They throwing rocks and then hiding their hand. Okay? I don't see nobody else posting in the chat room but one or two people. I'm gonna start blocking people. I'm gonna start blocking people. You better start participating, or I'm gonna block your ass permanently. I'll go into this dashboard and look for your username and block your ass. Okay? I'm not playing. Don't make no sense. One person posting. Everybody else sitting back on their ass, bullshitting. Steve Mack, if you don't respond in the next minute or so, I'm going to block you, brother. I ain't in the mood tonight. You understand? Black folks don't play defense at all. Everybody else play offense. When black men and women and children are murdered by race soldiers posing as police officers, that's playing offense. Do you understand that? Some of y'all sit up here and see black people getting their asses shot off by these race soldiers, and the only response you got is complaining, or you go out and vote. Voting is a waste of time if you don't have an agenda. And let me ask you Biden voters something. When is that lift every voice plan, economic plan for black people going to kick in? Huh? When is it going to kick in? Huh? Appreciate it, brother. This is serious business, people. I can't be more serious right now. They are letting in California, Nevada, and Utah. They always try stuff out west, and then it comes all the way back this way. In California, Nevada, and Utah, illegal wetbacks can come over here and get a driver's license and a social security number. You might as well say they de facto citizens without doing the legwork and spending the money to become a bona fide naturalized U.S. citizen like normal people do that come here. The reason why they are letting all these illegals in here is because Caucasians know their birth rates are low, and birth rates are supposed to replenish the population when older people in that race group die. Okay? It's usually like this. If you look at a graph, it's like this. What's happening right now, because white people, that's why they struck down Roe v. Wade, because they tired of these white women going out here getting these abortions, and yet they can't keep up with us population wise. Joe Biden, when he was on that conference call with Sharpton and all them fake ass wannabe reverends and so-called self-appointed black leaders, what did he say? He said America's doomed. He said you are going to have to talk to the Hispanics because in the next 50 years they will be running things. That's why I did that live stream a couple of months ago called Trading One Oppressor for Another. Now, if you look at what just happened in Mexico. Look what just happened in Mexico. 4 people, and I guarantee that shit wasn't random. 4 people got snatched, 2 got killed, 1 got injured, and the other one they didn't touch him or her. Don't you think that looks a little fishy? Don't that look fishy to you? You can't tell me that, especially those of us who know about law enforcement, know about the drug trade, which I'm well versed in. Where my OGs at? My street dudes at? Something was up with them 4 people coming across the border and getting smoked like that. That don't normally happen, dude. I've gone over to TJ when they had warnings that, because when they have elections in Mexico, you do not want to go over there. For some reason, when they have elections, they start acting a fool. Motherfuckers getting killed. I can't explain it. There's one Mexican chick that I knew over there tried to explain it to me. She couldn't speak that good of English, and my Spanish wasn't that good. But the way what she told me was that people start doing dirt during elections for some reason. Okay? So I've gone over there and nothing happened to me. Okay? I got out the cab, went to some of my favorite bars, sat there and drank some drinks, talked to some American dudes that was over there, hollered at a couple females, got a couple of them, took them to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. If that bitch start acting up, then you fuck her friends. Now, if you look at Mexico, what do you see over there? Total bedlam. No law and order at all. And El Salvador, Nicaragua, especially Honduras, and Guatemala, those are the worst Central American countries. The only ones who are really stable are the ones that do business with us. And that's Costa Rica, I've been there, and Panama. Okay? Now, we've pulled our military bases out of there because they didn't see no need after they had scooped up Noriega's ass. Okay? They closed. My first base was Howard Air Force Base in Panama. I talked to a chick down there. She said, oh, they closed that base. The Army base, too. I said, really? Motherfuckers ain't shit. If you look at what's going on in Mexico, let's just stick with Mexico because they're the most violent. The government acts like they can't shut down those cartels. You know why they can't shut them down? Because they on CIA payroll. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Just like Noriega's ass. He was on George H.W. Bush had him on payroll. So that's why everybody's like, what are you going down? You going to sit up there and waste, get all these Navy SEALs killed, get all these Army people killed, going down there to get this dude. I think it was Operation Just Cause. Who was running it? Okay? If you ever see any entity out here that seem like they untouchable, the CIA is running it. The CIA is the #1 drug runners in the world, but they do have underlings, and those underlings are the cartels. The DEA knows exactly how much yayo is coming over here. They know it. All them busts at the border, that's a bunch of bullshit. They'll sit up there and show you 3 or 4 busts, or they'll show you 1 bus, but then all these trucks with 53-foot trailers are coming into this country full of drugs, weed, heroin, fentanyl. They got some new drug out here, got people strung out. I forgot the name of it. It won't kill you, but it does. People that smoke that shit look like meth head. They look, their teeth all rotted out. They all skinny. They got lesions all over their skin, like they got HIV, like they got AIDS. Y'all have no idea what's going on out here. All the cartels answer to the CIA, which is why they are so. You got to ask yourself, how come the Mexican government act like they scared of the cartels? You mean to tell me Mexico's military can't shut that whole shit down? You gonna go get El Chapo, but you ain't gonna get the rest of them? Who you fooling? Well, now we know if you cut the head off the snake is gonna jump around there for a minute and die, and after a while he gonna die, ain't he? Well, in the case of the cartels, that's not the case. You cut the head off El Chapo, the rest, and you leave the whole organization intact. You know what's gonna happen? The assistant El Chapo is gonna his son stepped right in. That's why as soon as he stepped in, they went and got his ass, didn't they? It'll be the third in line who's gonna take over the cartel. Now you see how violent it is over there in Mexico and how lawless it is over there. And that's from top to bottom, all the way going down to Central America. Let me tell you something. Mexico was the number 19 or 20 best economy in the world. I think they got as much oil or more oil than we do. They export a lot of oil. That's why their gas is so cheap over there. What a lot of people would do, because I rode over there with a Mexican chick that was a stripper, and she said, oh, I work in a strip club over here. I go make my money and then I come back. She said, but when I come over here, I get gas because look how cheap the gas is. Because the gas was like $1.05 over on the American side. Over there in Mexico, it was like 88 cents, 85 cents. So she filled up and then took me where I needed to go. Cool ass chick. Okay? See, a lot of y'all ain't been out the country. A lot of y'all ain't been out your own state. And you don't have you've never been a street nigga like me. So you ain't got no street smarts, which is why you stay on Facebook whining about why women don't want your monkey ass. They don't want you because you have nothing to offer. They don't want a mediocre woman, don't want a mediocre man. Or in some of y'all cases, below mediocre. Some of y'all barely surviving. You got a 1-bedroom old bullshit ass crummy 1-bedroom apartment, some old bullshit ass car, some old bullshit ass job, and you think women ought to fall in your lap, nigga. That ain't how it go. Women do not want average dudes, and you are below average. That's why you ain't getting no women. And whining about it ain't gonna solve it. Men don't whine. Men solve problems. If a problem pops up in here, a real man is gonna sit there and he gonna be like, man, how can I approach this? Let me see here. I got a flat tire on my car. I ain't got no AAA. Now I'm either gonna sit here with this flat tire or I'm gonna get off my dead ass and jack this car up and change that tire out and put that spare on there. Some of y'all don't even know how to change the tire on a damn car. Yet you got a little putt ass hoopty. And you think because you got a place to stay. And then you got, and the other type of sorry nigga is the nigga that's living somewhere. He 30 years old living somewhere as a roommate. You ain't in grad school. It's one thing if you in grad school or you in college and you renting a room. That's okay. But if you a grown ass man that got a job and you renting a room, women are gonna look at you and be like, man, I can get that type of nigga anywhere. I can get a nigga like that off of Facebook in my area. Okay? The time has come, black man. None of these other people are playing with you. You the only one playing. They playing offense. That's why if you look at the cover picture on this video, what do you see? An F-15 that just bombed the shit out of somebody over there in Afghanistan, doing a bombing run. I know because I served in the Air Force. I know exactly what all they planes do. Not so much some of these new ones, but going back like 20 years, 10 years ago on back, yeah. But let me break something down to you. Some old wetback's kid murdered this young black man last year. And this little punk, they're in high school. People, this stuff is happening in high schools. Think about that. Nobody ever died at your high school back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, did they? Unless there was some gang violence or somebody had some type of some medical episode where they passed away. Normally, nobody died at school. You know what this little punk did? There was a Mexican chick, right? Now, you should see the picture of this dude. He had long ass hair. He looked dirty. They always be dirty. And he was interested in this little Mexican chick, right? She started choosing up on the brother. So you know what this little coward did? He went and stabbed him in the stomach because he mad that chick didn't want him no more. And guess how much time they gave this little punk? 2 years, I think 2 years and 9 months or something, like 10 months. He'll be out in a year. They're going to make him at least do a year. He'll be out in a year. That's playing offense. You ain't willing to go there. Let's just keep it a buck. How many of y'all in here got that raw warrior spirit in you? I'll wait. .9% of everybody that's watching who are not subscribers and folks who are subscribers that are in the chat room. Most of y'all ain't warriors. If one of these other non-black people step to you, you ain't gonna be prepared. Because in your mind, you're gonna say, that would never happen to me. Ice, that would never happen to me. Don't even go there. How come it wouldn't happen to you? George Floyd thought it wasn't going to happen to him either. And look where he is. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. Where do you see him? These other races are not playing with you, black man. When you gonna wake up and realize that? When you gonna wake up and smell the Folgers? These people ain't playing with us. That's why when I throw their evil back at them, they get scared as hell because they ain't used to no black man defending himself. Because we got too many pussy ass, weak ass, stupid ass, vagina hound, vagina chasing, moronic, infantilized black males out here. You too preoccupied with pussy, which means you ain't getting any. Yo, we gonna have church tonight, nigga. We gonna have church tonight. I'm sick of the bullshit. They doing all this stuff for these illegals. When I first came out here, you had to look under a rock to find a Latino up here. The only Latinos that I knew were New Yorkers. They were from New York City. There's a handful of Puerto Ricans that live here that are from New York City. Okay? Because I dated one. You didn't see all these illegals around here. Now they're going to be coming in droves. Because of that asshole governor and that asshole legislature up here. I can't wait for Trump to get back in there. They trying to bury our asses. And you niggas sitting up. Black women don't want us or want me. I talk to a lot of black men. Let me tell you something. Most of y'all don't. Most of y'all are either you're oblivious, which still ain't there still ain't no excuse, or you just don't give a shit. You know better, but you don't give a shit because in your mind, hey, Sancho ain't gonna do nothing to me. Well, that's what that young black boy found out the hard way about that little punk. He'll still be able to come out of prison and live a halfway decent life if he can get out and hustle his own people, which that's what he will do. You wondering why your children are going to school and they calling you nigger and they calling your children nigger and mayate. These cowards always get cocky. I was walking through Walmart earlier today, and these three wetbacks were in there, and one was trying to explain something, and he was all in the middle of the aisle. And when I got almost to him, I said, what did I say to him? I said, watch it. I said it just like that. That motherfucker jumped. He jumped like he had like he had one of them camel spiders that I saw over there in Iraq. He thought he had one of them on him. He jumped like he had alligators all over. See, when I deal with them, I'm ready to be violent. What about you? Huh? You still want to walk around here with your head above the clouds? Hey, man, I don't give a fuck what that old nigga say. Shit, man, them motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing to me. A lot of y'all, you still on that shit. Holding your dick, talking about what somebody ain't gonna do to you. I wish a nigga would. That's you. And then when a nigga does, you over there in the mortuary. Or down there in the morgue down at the county. With your dumb ass. I got a cousin that died about 3 weeks ago from complications from cancer. Metastatic cancer. That's the one I told you about that tried out for almost made it to with the Navy SEALs. Just ruined his life, man. 51 years old, out of here. Man, my cousin, now I didn't see his mom. His mom is one of my friends on Facebook. I haven't talked to her. Like I said, when my brother died, none of them niggas said shit to me. So I'm like, they like, hey man, and then my uncle died the next day. My uncle, that's the lawyer, he passed away at 71. Still young, man. But my uncle did a lot of drinking. Not as much as my cousin. My cousin, he drank so much, we go to the liquor store and the liquor store owner knows him by name. And I told my cousin, I said, hey man, you don't think that's kind of foul that this Asian motherfucker knows your name, man? You on a first name basis with the liquor store, man? His dad died at 52 also from alcoholism, complications from alcoholism. It's sad, man. And that's one of the cousins I told y'all about that you used to be out here bad mouthing me. Yet he died not owning anything. He's living in a house that's owned by his sister-in-law. Him and his wife live up in there. And all they doing is smoking cigarettes all in the damn house. Funking that house all up. 7-bedroom house. 7-bedroom, 5 bathrooms. Huge goddamn house. Okay? But the sister-in-law, his mother-in-law, when she passed away, she left the house to the responsible sister, not his wife. This sad, man. This sad. You gonna drink yourself to death? Man, that shit bothers me. It bothers me when I see black men and women sit up here and do that type of stuff to themselves, and you just can't reach them. I tried to talk that nigga out of that shit a long time ago. Wouldn't listen to me. And see, a lot of cats get offended by me because I come direct. Nigga, I'm a step to you. I ain't gonna sit up here and sugarcoat something that's as important as your health. What the hell is wrong with you? I even have guys I went to high school that drank themselves to death. Guys I used to hang with and them do dirt in the streets with. Niggas, all them niggas. I told you, all my best friends are dead. All of them. They either got killed in the dope game, they got killed in prison, or they drank themselves to death. That's some heartbreaking shit, man. I ain't trying to make fun of and make light of that situation because you don't see me laughing. And you shouldn't be laughing either. Because, see, here's the thing. That's not playing defense and that ain't playing offense. That's giving up. When you see somebody out here that just gives up like that, there's something deep in here that's messed up. There's something broken in here and in here. Is that you? There's a lot of broken niggas in the chat room right now. That's why you always get niggas that lie all the time. See, when you play offense, people are fearful of the consequences of what you might do to them. That's why Putin didn't invade Ukraine when Trump was in there, because he said Trump was unpredictable. He said, Putin said, I can see Trump hitting them nuclear weapons on us. I can see it. You understand me? We about to go into 2 wars. But it ain't gonna be Iraq, and it damn sure ain't gonna be Afghanistan, nigga. You got 2 formidable opponents. One war with China will break this country. Why? Because you cannot fight an all Navy and all Air Force war. You cannot beat people down, and they got fighter planes and long range bombers that are just as good as ours. Okay? China got more money. China's money as long as train smoke. But you want to go, and then on top of that, 70% of our manufacturing is done in China. You see a problem here? What you think is going to happen when because it ain't about if, it's about when. Because China, President Xi already said that it is time we took Taiwan back. That principle alone will cause another war. It's going to be Vietnam. It's not going to be World War III. It's going to be guerrilla warfare. If we have to fight China, they're going to be just like them damn little ass Vietnamese that kicked our asses for 12 years. I studied guerrilla warfare in the Air Force, nigga. They had to start teaching that shit because we got our asses kicked. World War II was like, okay, here's a line. There's you, there's me. You cross, we gonna fight like that. That's how they fought in World War I and World War II. To a certain degree, Korea was the same way. But Vietnam was a whole nother animal. Them cats was building tunnels. They would sharpen bamboo real sharp and then dig a 10-foot hole and then stick them in the ground and put cow feces on the tips of those sharpened bamboo sticks, and then they cover the hole with leaves. So when those cats walk right over that, what you think's gonna happen? They're gonna fall in that hole and they're gonna get engorged. That bamboo stick is gonna go right up their ass. I talked to Vietnam veterans and said they saw that too many times. The women were also, the South Vietnamese women were setting niggas up too. They go over there to get some ass, and Hung Lee got he stick his dick in there and then start yelling because they would put razor blades in their vaginas. That's guerrilla warfare, dog. It ain't no rules. Ain't no rules, player. You talk to some of these Navy SEALs and some of these real hardcore special forces do. Air Force combat, paracombat rescue, Air Force combat controllers. You talk to them dudes. Ain't no rules out there. There are no rules, people. That is going to cost our country money. But Biden and them don't give a shit because the defense contractors are the ones who's going to get filthy rich. That's why we're always in wars, even secret ones that are top secret. That's why they got so pissed off at Biden sitting up here, got top secret and classified documents sitting in his damn garage next to the box of old baby clothes. It's going to be a ground war. Vietnam was a meat grinder. And if we fight China, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's always that possibility that they could bomb, that they can get one of their bombers to get all the way over here. And let me tell you something. Russia right now is parking they nuclear subs probably about 300 or 400 miles off the coast of Cape Cod and in that whole area. They just sitting there waiting to throw down. And let me tell you something. When they open them bays on top of them nuclear, them subs, them big ass torpedoes come out of there. They go straight up in the air, right out of that water. And you know how accurate that shit is? These are $1 million, $2 and $3 million torpedoes with computer chips in the head of the bomb. How you gonna bomb that guy back? If they send that missile, I've seen this shit where it goes straight up in the air and then we was doing Iraq like that. You had destroyers sitting miles off the coast of Bahrain and they were bombing the shit out of Iraq that way from them destroyers and them submarines. They were lighting Iraq up, nigga. These people play offense. White supremacists play offense. That's why you got to put them on defense. That's why when you walk around America, you represent all of us. So if you're a pussy ass nigga that talks shit to black men, but then when a non-black person will come around, you start buck dancing and bojangling like Mr. Bojangles because they ain't black. But you'll see a black man will walk by you and barely touch your shoulder. You'll turn around, pull your strap out and shoot him dead in the head. See, that's a coward. That ain't no man. That's a coward. Okay? Let's talk about Russia. Russia is doing surgical attacks right now. They're just like, okay, here's what Russia did. In case you didn't catch my live stream from last week. Here's what Russia did. Putin is smart. He's been planning this shit for about 15 years. Even before he became president, they've been planning this shit, man. You think they just walked over into Crimea when Obama's ass was in there? You see, Obama didn't do shit when they took Crimea, did they? Did he? He didn't do a damn thing. But now all of a sudden, and because somebody asked me not too long ago, they said, man, how come they ain't making Ukraine buy these weapons from us? They act like Ukraine is broke. Ukraine ain't no broke ass country. They're not a third world country, and neither is Russia. I don't care what lies they tell you on CBS, NBC, ABC, and Fox. Well, not Fox News. Fox News. That's where I be getting a lot of my information that I post on IG. Because they ain't talking about it on CNN and MSNBC. I'm going to post something tonight about this little punk ass little dude that was on Bill Maher's show the other night. Got mad because Russell Brand said that MSNBC is just as guilty of propaganda distribution as Fox News. And boy, this dude, he's on MSNBC sometime. This dude, he got pissed. Because none of these so-called left-wing, bleeding heart, racist ass liberals, they never expect nobody to attack them. Okay? And Russell Brand kept lighting his ass up to the point where it looked like Bill Maher was going to step in. Okay? You ain't gonna hear that shit on CNN. Okay? They only gonna tell you, all they gonna tell you is, ooh, Ukraine's winning, when they ain't. If they're winning, why is Russia still bombing their ass? Let me tell you what Putin did. Putin went and cleared out all the prisons, half-ass trained them dudes, and then sent them out there to get their ass killed. Don't tell me that wasn't brilliant. Those ain't regular soldiers out there. He's saving the real military for the big throwdown. And Biden talking about, oh, we ain't gonna give them no F-16s. They got 2 Ukrainian pilots over here at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, right outside of Tucson, Arizona, learning how to fly the F-16. Yet they got planes over there. But see, Russia's planes are far more superior than Ukraine. Ukraine, you need to be on their own fighting this war, because that's going to be another Vietnam too. Talk about we're trying to stop Russian aggression. Well, what about American aggression? If y'all think Putin gonna give up because the United States is helping them, I got oceanfront property to sell you in New Mexico. See, a lot of y'all think none of this is gonna touch you. They already have been throwing around the concept of turning on another draft. Okay, I've already heard that. I heard it on Fox News about 2 weeks ago. They said that the Pentagon is considering instituting a draft if we go to war with Russia and China at the same time. Now, do we have nuclear submarines that are just as good as Russia's? Yeah. But they got nukes on them, dude. You think that those balloons that China had floating them up there was just for fun, nigga? Nigga, all you bum niggas who ain't doing nothing, you single moms too. All you do nothing niggas sitting around playing video games, not working, bullshitting around. Nigga, you got 1A written all across your forehead. You gonna get that draft letter before anybody else because you're useless. And I'm talking about, that's how they see you. You're a waste of time. You're a nigger and you're a waste of time. But you're a warm body. And that's all they want out there. They don't give a shit if you don't know how to handle that rifle or that 9mm Beretta. They don't give a shit. Because as soon as they shoot your ass up, they're going to drag your ass back to the rear and put another idiot up there. Just like they did in every other war before. See, a lot of people don't take me serious because they're like, oh, you ain't no celebrity like Tariq Nasheed or TBA. You know, you ain't got that many. You only got 2,000 subscribers. Nigga, I used to have way more than that. It's because I keep it real on this motherfucker. A lot of people unsub. Fuck them. I ain't on here. This ain't no popularity. This is not a popularity contest. If you come to my platform to be entertained, you're going to be sadly mistaken, nigga. Ground wars kill hundreds of thousands of people. Already 1 year, that Russia-Ukraine war, they got 1 year in the books. Over 200,000 civilians and military have been killed in Ukraine. Okay? Russia has lost about 150,000 people, 1,000 soldiers. It's about to get ugly, nigga. That's more people die. That's almost three. That's 3 times the people that got killed in Vietnam already. This war is going to end up killing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. And see, another one of the reasons why Biden want to get in there and stop this shit is because, you know, the white race worldwide only accounts for probably 2 or 3% of the Earth's population. Everybody else is brown, yellow, and black. Well, technically brown. We're brown. Black is our culture. See how that works? I'm telling you right now, there will be a draft. And nigga, you think I'm playing. See, black folks love to wait till the last minute before they learn something. We always reacting. Everybody else done got the memo and took action. Black folks want to sit around and play. You want to sit around and drink and smoke and grab your dick and talk shit amongst other loser black men and women. Yo ass, I hope they send all these niggas a draft notice because you ain't doing nothing but taking up space anyway. And see, a war will stop the bullshit with these women. Because just like after Vietnam, they're going to be less men. And just like when I got sent to Iraq, they sent almost all the black men from my squadron over there. Yeah, there was a handful of guys that didn't go, but the majority of the black men got sent over there to Iraq. Okay, I've been there, done that. If you think you can get out of it because you got flat feet, nigga, I got flat feet too, and they moved me right on through that line. If you think you're going to find some way to try to get out of it, you're going to end up in prison. You're going to end up in Leavenworth doing that shit. And if you think you can run off to Canada, we got a treaty with Canada. If you run up there talking about you a conscious objector, nigga, they gonna come get the FBI gonna sneak up on your ass. You gonna be going to the store, next thing you know, the FBI gonna pop up out of an unmarked vehicle and scoop your ass up. Okay? You ain't gonna find no refuge in Mexico or Canada. Okay? And if you run your ass off to Brazil, if you think you're gonna be a passport hole and you think you're gonna run off to one of these other countries and you think they ain't gonna find your ass, the CIA is so good, they'll find the turd you shitted out in 3rd grade at school. Okay? They'll find it. And you'll be like, what the fuck? They know how many times you took a shit today. So you might as well fight back instead of being a coward. Hey guys, hit the like button. Make sure you share the link of this video on all your social media platforms. If you want to donate on a regular basis, contribute on a regular basis, go to asktheiceman.com and then scroll down to the buttons at the bottom of the page. Otherwise, hit us on either one of those Cash App IDs that's listed at the top of the chat room. Let me tell y'all something that I don't tell too many people. I remember one time we went out in the field. I was stationed at an Air Force base that was in the desert. We went out in the field. We had to dig foxholes and all that kind of shit. Man, there was tarantulas everywhere. Okay? And right near where we were, now I ain't gonna talk about that. We found a World War II warhead. Okay? A German warhead on that Air Force base. How you think it got there? The only way it could have got there is that one of them German planes dropped that bomb down and it didn't explode. It didn't detonate. Do you think China ain't no joke, dude? Do you really think China gonna cut us some slack and not bomb us directly? Because they got the capabilities to do so. And then with 70% of our manufacturing being done over there in China, if you thought they ran out of toilet paper during the pandemic, nigga, boy, them shelves at them grocery stores gonna be empty. All your electronic items, what's left, they gonna jack it up 2 or 3 times the value because there's scarcity. Your gas gonna go way up through the roof because you're in a war. That's what happens when you got a weak president that don't know what he's fucking doing and thought he was gonna bullshit his way through. That's why he's so confident that he gonna get reelected. Because a lot of you niggas that voted for him, you ambivalent. You an ambivalent nigga. You gonna come on here. Man, fuck them Democrats. And you took your ass right down to that booth and voted for Biden with your lying ass. Because every time I post something about Biden, niggas don't respond. That means you voted for him. Because your lack of response. But let me post something of some big booty Asian chick or black chick on my page, and I get 100,000 responses. Ooh, niggas are sorry. Niggas are sorry. And you young niggas, man, y'all niggas are more, you more interested in your pussy and being a homosexual and being a deviant than you are being a warrior. That's why people, let me tell you something. Don't let these white feminists tell you it's okay to be a homosexual. Because those black men, they think they got some kind of camaraderie with white folk. They think they some new type niggas. Just because they suck dick or they put their pussy in the air. So all those brothers, you think RuPaul gonna pick up an AR-15 and stand a post, nigga? The fuck out of here. We about to get into 2 wars with 2 major adversaries. Hell, one of them is too much. We are not going to get away with thumping some little ass country like Afghanistan or thumping some little ass country like Iraq that gave up after 2 days. China and Russia ain't Iraq and Afghanistan. They got just as much weaponry as we do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, don't be surprised if China or Russia sends their bombers over this country and start dropping sauce on the nigga. Why you think that balloon that was up there that went all through all the former SAC bases? Where my Air Force people at? Is there anybody in the chat room that was ex-Air Force? Because you know what I'm talking about. All those Air Force bases that balloon went over are former strategic air command bases, which means nukes. Now, we got some ICBMs that don't have nuclear warheads on them, but most of them do. Okay? Now, what is the ancillary issue or issues that are going to be presented when we go to war with Russia and China? North Korea is going to jump in. Okay? North Korea is going to jump in. And guess who else going to jump in? Cuba. Because Cuba is still a haven for the KGB. Okay? How you think they got rid of Kennedy, nigga? Guess who was at the CIA? Guess whose op that was? I ain't gonna say no more because you need to do your research, nigga. I told you about Dulles already. That was a freebie. I ain't giving you no more freebies. Okay? A lot of y'all think Obama's ass popped up out of nowhere. Obama was getting trained to be president when he was in private school living in Hawaii. You understand me? Better do your research, nigga. Because and a lot of this stuff ain't just sitting on somebody's digital platform just waiting for you to read it. You're gonna have to dig for it, which is something you ain't up here, you ain't got it like that up here. Any little bit of work you give up because you've been trained to be a coward. This war or wars will be a game changer. There ain't gonna be no more of this, well, we ain't gonna fight on American soil. Bullshit. China's like, oh, you gonna bomb us? Nigga, we bombing you too. And you know where they gonna hit first? Hawaii. Even though we got a bunch of Marines, we got a bunch of Navy, we got a bunch of Air Force and Army over there. It ain't gonna make a difference. Hawaii is still a sitting duck. And you know they got them volcanoes, them active volcanoes too. See, nigga, it's a lot of stuff I know that I give you little tidbits. But being that a lot of y'all, I can't trust y'all, I'm not gonna put that information out there. I know a lot more than I give off, nigga. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with me and my family, because they know I know all kind of shit. I know where all the bodies are buried. I know where all the nuclear weapons are in this country. You don't. You think this shit ain't gonna touch you, nigga? These two wars are gonna touch you like never before. It ain't gonna be none of this, well, you know, we gonna have respect for America and not bomb America directly. Nigga, those of you who live in California, Oregon, Washington, East Coast, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, New Jersey, they gonna hit you first. The only people who gonna really have a chance is niggas that live in the middle of the country, or those of us who live near military bases. This is why we need a militia, not for the reasons these white supremacists do the shit, because they only training to kill us. This is why you need a ready militia, because this is going to be the first time that the federal government ain't going to be able to ensure your safety. You understand? Putin is not to be fucked with. Anybody knows you when you fuck with ex-KGB, they worse than CIA, nigga. Let me tell you what the Russians are doing. to Ukrainian men who become POWs. Let me tell you what Russia do to them. All the Ukrainian POWs, they take them to they blindfold them and take them to an undisclosed location. Then when they get there, they beat the shit out of them, and they also fuck them in the ass. Yes, yes. They don't do that to the women, but they do it to the men. Not all of them. According to some female POWs, they said they raped the men. Russians ain't no joke, nigga. Do you know how they live? Do some research on Siberia, nigga. They ain't no joke. About 3 weeks ago, no, they didn't. You didn't hear this. You may or may not have heard this. F-16s off the Aleutian Islands in Alaska almost got in a dogfight with Russian MiGs. They just toying with us. Remember when Obama was in office and Russia would fly over America and then hurry up and get out of our airspace? Remember they was doing that shit? Did America engage? No. If you think this is going to be a nice, neat war that won't be fought on our soil, you're a motherfucking fool. And there's no telling with these Cubans that, because for some reason, a bunch of Cubans are starting to come over here. Nigga, this is almost like Mariel Harbor, nigga, in 1982. That the movie Scarface was based on. You got to understand, dude, you live a charmed lifestyle in America. By the time these women run their ass up through Central America and get to that border, they done been raped or they volunteered to give up ass. That's why one thing about Latinas, they give up that ass with they don't even get that. Oh, you want to fuck me? Okay. Okay, nigga. Okay, you want to fuck me? Okay. Not like American women that think they I'm going to try to see what this pussy can get me. They give up the ass. That's why niggas is running down there to Brazil and all them other places, because they know them women, they give up the ass. They know if they go to Spain, they going to have to talk for theirs. And they ain't got these niggas, these passport hoes, these niggas ain't got no game. You used to see some of their profile. Just the gameless niggas, just the fat niggas, fat, goofy, grinning all on their damn page, looking like a goofball. Those are the niggas that are flying down to Brazil. And the only reason why they going down there, well, I'll tell you what, you ain't going to be going down there in a minute. You won't be going down there I'm going to tell you right now, if we get into a war, all these countries going to start turning their backs on us because we done shitted on them over the years. They going to turn their backs. Let me tell you something. Canada ain't got no money. They ain't got no money to be fighting no war. Germany and France are the richest European nations. And because I don't think Russia's got their GDP is higher than Germany, and because Germany's their GDP per year is an average about 4 trillion. France, because they still some dirty ass motherfuckers. France, I think their GDP is something like 8 or 9 trillion, something like that. Italy ain't got no money. Italy damn near in a recession. Matter of fact, the whole European Union has been one foot in a recession and 1 foot on a banana peel for the past 10 years. The euro has lost a lot of ground compared to the U.S. dollar. But see, the U.S. dollar has fallen off because Biden keep writing checks. Every time he writes a check, that devalues the currency. So that means your inflation, every time he writes a check, Inflation go up, up, up. It's at 6.4 right now, down from 9.1. It ain't gonna go no lower, people. And if we go into a war, inflation's gonna go through the roof. It's gonna be past 10%. Yeah, you go ahead and believe what these Democrats tell you. We about on the verge of war, and you sitting. Why you think Biden is real secretive about everything? I'm gonna tell you what he's doing. He's sitting there with all the Joint Chiefs from all four branches, the Commandant from the Marine Corps, the four-star Admiral from the Navy, four-star General in the Air Force, who I know. I went to college with him. Okay? The guy that's over the whole Air Force is my frat brother. Okay? Me and my brother's frat brother. And Army four-star general. I'm telling you right now, they sitting in their war room plotting right now. That's why they ain't saying nothing. I know what silence means. That means we are planning. America ain't gonna be able to just go like this and China bitch up. Or Russia. Russia been wanting to have a direct throwdown with us since Vietnam. Okay? Who you think was funding the MVA and the Viet Cong, the North Vietnamese? Who you think was funding them? China and Russia. Know it all, niggas. That was a proxy war. And we were trying to prop up the South Vietnamese. But the objective, this is why they call Vietnam the political war. Because they weren't trying to win. They were not trying to win. They were just there to disrupt. It was the Vietnam War was a diversion. Guess what they really was doing over there? Moving that 100% pure Asian heroin out of Thailand, all in that little area, that little triangle. That's what Vietnam was about. They made a little bullshit ass movie, a really horrible movie with Mel Gibson, Air America. Remember that movie back in the 90s? That wasn't what they were really doing. The Air America was a CIA operation. They were flying drugs out of there. That's why that movie American Gangster is bullshit. Frank Lucas wasn't running shit. The nigga in the movie, remember the light-skinned dude, the army dude who was his cousin that was in Thailand that Frank Lucas was talking to about getting that heroin? Remember that? They should have made the movie about that nigga, because he was the one who was the one balling. That dude moved $400 million in heroin into the United States. Do you really think they was bringing all that dope over here in caskets with service members that unfortunately met their demise, killed in action? Do you really think that, nigga? Do you really think they didn't know about Frank Lucas? Frank Lucas was a spoke in the wheel. But Hollywood ain't trying to be accurate. They just trying to entertain you, which I get it. Because the real story sometimes ain't that sexy. It ain't that interesting. The guy that was in Thailand that sold over 400 million. Let me tell you something. If you add inflation to that today, that's over $1 billion. That nigga, over $1 trillion. Oh, no, wait. No, this nigga moved $1 trillion worth of that black tar. Nah, this some other thing, black tar hard. The heroin that comes out of Asia is different, but it's potent as hell. That's why all them junkies was dying. Remember in American Gangster, they put that they put that pure shit out there, niggas was, you gotta cut that with something. You can't just put that out there. But some junkies like to take their chances. Because they heard, hey, that blue magic is the shit. Next thing you know, this nigga laying up there with a needle sticking out his arm, dead as a motherfucking doorknob. That dude moved 400 billion. No, I'm sorry. Hold up. 400 million. I'm sorry. He moved 400 million. He moved over $1 billion in heroin into this country, and that nigga never went to jail. Do you understand me? Now, I think he's dead now. But I seen his interview, nigga. You think I'm making this shit up? Frank Lucas wasn't shit. Bumpy Johnson had more clout than Frank Lucas's ass. And the only reason why Frank Lucas got out of prison is because he snitched on the mob. Because they stole his money, just like they did in the movie. That did happen. They took all that dumb nigga's money. Frank Lucas ain't nobody. Now, Denzel, Denzel gonna be Denzel. That was a movie. In real life, Frank Lucas wasn't shit. And you notice he's the only one that went to prison. I believe Frank Lucas was CIA too. And that guy that was in it, how you gonna move $1 billion worth of them things and the FBI don't come over there and scoop your ass up? Huh? This man died of old age. Hell, when they interviewed him, he was in his 70s. He said, I moved over the narrator was like, he moved over $400 million in heroin. There ain't nowhere to run, black man. You gonna have to turn around, grab a gun, and stand a post, nigga. Or you're gonna get slaughtered. I'm not gonna get slaughtered, nigga. Okay? I'm not gonna get slaughtered. Okay? But you will, because you ain't gonna take none of this seriously. $400 million, nigga. And this nigga don't go to jail. Air America. You mean to tell me that you think that the CIA didn't know where this nigga was? Him and Frank Lucas were CIA assets. You can't move that much weight, metric tons, unless you got U.S. government assistance, which is what they did with the Sandinistas down there in Nicaragua. Okay? The Russians were trying to turn Nicaragua into a communist country, and they were pumping all kind of money in there and weapons. And Reagan and Bush, Bush is H.W. Bush was one of the founding members of the CIA. Okay? And the CIA and who was director of the CIA at the time? Bush. Then he became vice president. Still running the CIA. And they were running guns in and out of there. Here's what they would do. They'd go down to Colombia, pick up the yayo, fly it to Nicaragua, then another CIA contractor would pick up the yayo, fly it to Miami, and then the CIA would load that C-130 plane with a bunch of fucking M16s and ammunition and grenades and shit. and they fly that shit back down there to the Nicaraguans. Okay? Or what they would do, which is how Freeway Ricky Ross got put in prison. Rick Ross, his contact was a Colombian dude, some shadowy Colombian dude. And he didn't find out this guy was a CIA asset until they locked his ass up. This guy was given Freeway Rick Ross was the biggest drug dealer, probably not the biggest, but he was the biggest from Texas all the way over to California. I had a homeboy that worked for Freeway Rick. He was like, man, that nigga's seldom seen. It took a minute before they busted him. And he got snitched on by niggas that got busted because they was stupid. Rick Ross he didn't think, metric tons of cocaine coming straight from Cali, Colombia, coming from Medellin. That's where they were mainly getting the yayo out of. Medellin and Bogota. Man, it was so dangerous to go down there in the 80s, nigga. There wasn't no passport bros down there then. Because as soon as you got off the airport in Bogota and tried to go to your hotel, you probably didn't even make it to the hotel before you got killed. It was that violent down there then. And as you can see, niggas is going, these little simpletons are going down there to Colombia getting jacked by $2 dirty foot hoes. And y'all niggas coming on here talking about, man, you the dick police, man. Fuck you, nigga. You need some dick police. When you ain't had no sex, some of y'all ain't got no pussy till you went down there and paid for it down there in Rio or Sao Paulo. That's the first time you got some ass with your silly ass. Think I don't know a virgin when I'm talking to one? Nigga ain't slept with no more than one or two bitches. Nigga thought damn near 40 years old. That's what happens when you're a lame and a beta male. See, niggas hate me because they know I'm a straight up alpha male. I'm not a beta male. That's why I don't get along with my sibling and my father. I don't get along with them because they're beta males. But an alpha male ain't gonna never get along with a beta male because a beta male is always gonna try to undermine an alpha male. That's why most of you niggas, I don't trust you. They would fly the weapons from the Miami International Airport straight down there to the Sandinistas, drop the weapons off, go pick up the dope. Every now and then they would leave the dope in Nicaragua, but sometimes what they did, they flew it all the way up here to California, straight to Freeway Rick. He should have known back then, man, this shit too easy. He said, man, Rick Ross was a millionaire, nigga. They took all that nigga's chips. This snitches told the LAPD and DEA where all his money was. So when that nigga got out of prison, he was straight broke. He ain't broke now because he done started businesses and he done learned how to read. He said, I didn't even know how to read. See what happens when you don't have all the skills you need, what you end up doing? You end up living like an alligator out here. You can't sleep. Let me tell you something. When you in a dope game, nigga, you can't sleep. And back in the day when niggas had beepers back then in the 80s, oh shit, time to serve. It's time to open the drive-through. What you need, nigga? What you need? What you need? What you need? A $10 rock? What you need, nigga? Man, give me a $10 rock. All right. Next, hey man, Oh, I need a dub, nigga. $20, nigga. And then the women would come over and be like, I need a 10, I need a couple of tens. What you got? Oh, we ain't got no money. So it was like, oh, we'll fuck you guys. I don't want none of that crackhead pussy, bitch. Some of them were functioning drug addicts that didn't look like, they wasn't skinny but I'm talking about the ones that really looked like crackheads. I didn't fuck none of them bitches because they probably had AIDS. Okay? Nah, Saudi Arabia ain't gonna join in because we've been protecting them. Okay? You notice Saudi Arabia never fucks with Israel. You know why? Because they got we put that they ain't got no reason to. They ain't got no reason. Now Hezbollah, because the Brits and the Americans took their land, they took the Gaza Strip from them back in the 40s and then formed Israel. And the reason why, and I know what you're thinking, man, they hate Jews over here. Yeah, but they don't hate Israel. And the reason why they don't is because that's daddy. Those are the original people that came out them Caucasus Mountains that didn't migrate all the way to Europe. They stayed right there in the Middle East. Wasn't no Israel 70 years ago, 80 years ago. That was something that the UK and the Americans did. That's why Israel got F-16s, they got F-15s, they got all. We send, not only do we send them $3 billion a month for reparations, we send them under the guise of aid, but we also supply them with weapons and munitions. Okay, and Israel is a rich ass country. They need to pay for their own shit, just like Ukraine need to pay for this shit they sell. Instead of running our goddamn dollar in the ground, trying to help these sorry motherfuckers, these fucking Nazis. You know what I said? Go get Adam Waffen to help fight for your country. Go over there, get that white supremacist group that's based in Adam Waffen is a worldwide white supremacist organization. And they, before the war, a lot of these white supremacists in America would go over to Ukraine and train because they couldn't do that over here. Not with the FBI looking and the state police looking at them. I could tell y'all a whole lot more shit that would probably give you goosebumps. Shit don't scare me because as far as I'm concerned, nigga, they done all they gonna do to me. But you, on the other hand, it's gonna be a different story if you under the age of 30 and you ain't doing shit but working. Your ass gonna get that card in the mail. You need to report and you know what? When you get drafted, you can't pick your job. You can't pick your MOS or your AFSC. You can't pick shit. And you know where they gonna stick your monkey ass, nigga? They gonna stick your ass. Here's where they gonna stick you. Your ass gonna be infantry, Marine infantry, or you gonna be Army infantry. You ain't gonna never be at home, even if you don't deploy, because they go out in the field. They out there 2 or 3 months. That's why it's a high marriage turnover in infantry, because those guys are always in the field. They ain't never at home. They're going to have your black ass in infantry. Next, they're going to put your dumb ass in the tank regiment. Okay? They're going to put you in, you're going to be driving one of them Abrams, or you're going to be the bomb dude that points the gun and pushes that button and puts that projectile up in there, you either gonna be tank or you gonna be infantry, because that's where the meat grinder is. Just like Vietnam, nigga. Better talk to some of these black Vietnam veterans. If your granddaddy, your daddy's a Vietnam vet, you better talk to him. I guarantee he gonna confirm everything I just said. We getting ready to throw down, nigga, and it's gonna change the complexion of America forever. Because this is gonna be the first war or wars where NORAD ain't gonna be able to stop these motherfuckers. It's easy to get your fighter planes. Look, we got the best fighter planes, people. That don't mean shit, because China got good, they got great pilots too, just like Russia does. Here, Mexico got the 20th best economy out of hundreds of nations, and they over here acting like they poor as all get out. They got more oil than we do, and they sell a lot of oil. For some reason, we don't buy that much oil from Mexico. We going all the way down to Venezuela buying their oil now, because Biden's ass done shut down all our damn drilling sites that we had, or pump sites. Exactly. And let me tell you something. A lot of those dumbasses that get up there in them planes, them Navy, Marine, Air Force pilots, a lot of them be getting up there fucking up. It be pilot error in that, or it be a mechanical electronic malfunction. Next thing you know, this motherfucker. Where I go to therapy, there's an F4 pilot. He said I got shot down over Vietnam 3 times. Okay? Somehow or another, they were able to get him out of there. He never became a POW. Because I asked, I said, hey, man, were you POW? He was like, nah, I wasn't no POW. He's an old white dude. Real nice dude. You talk to them old timers like that. They don't like talking about that shit, but I guarantee they got some stories for your ass if they do open up. So, black man, let me explain something to you. If you think that the United States military is going to protect your ass from a formidable adversary like China and or Russia and North Korea, you're going to be one of these niggas that's going to be looking at the news and you're going to fuck around and have a heart attack because you can't believe what you're seeing. Oh, man, them niggas, they ain't finna touch us. You see all these motherfuckers walking around telling, I love America. They're going to be walking around with their guns. There's a reason why the Supreme Court held that everybody in all 50 states and territories can open carry. Here's where it gets fuzzy. To conceal, to carry a concealed weapon, for some reason, you got to jump through all these hoops to get that card. Why do you think they did that, man? Let me tell you something. None of these agencies do anything just by random doing. Everything is calculated. These white supremacists are planning shit 100 years from now, right now. You see why they letting in all these illegals. And let me tell you something. If you think Biden is a stone 10 toes down in the game white supremacist, you ain't met one of these illegals. You ain't You can already see how violent them people are, and they're bringing their show on the road up here with all these people come through the border from Cuba. You mean to tell me you don't that some of them people ain't KGB or ex KGB? Google Zapata oil. Zapata, which means shoe in Spanish. Google that shit, and a whole bunch of shit about to pop up. I ain't gonna get into it. You can read it for yourself. Nothing happens as a coincidence, people. There's a reason why they struck that shit down. And so now everybody can legally open carry. You can legally, and even if the store got a sign that says no weapons, you can carry that gun in there. Because that's a private business. Why would they take that chance of all these niggas out here getting armed and open carry? There's a reason for that, nigga. While you sitting up here bullshitting, cursing the Iceman, these motherfuckers is trying to come up with ways to protect this country because they know that the bullshit that they done pulled with wars past ain't gonna fly this time. They know that shit ain't gonna fly. There will be a war on this soil, just like the Civil War. America has gotten spoiled being able to go around the world, our military going around fucking with people, fucking with other people's countries, and then pointing at them talking about you got human rights violations when we are the number one human rights violator. All they got to do is ask one of us. The foreign minister from China said America is in no moral position to wag their finger at us and tell us about human rights issues. Just like I see all these old bleeding heart white women, they like, but what about the Uyghurs over there? Well, bitch, if you care about the Uyghurs so much, why don't you take your old fat ass over there and help them out? Instead of sitting on social media trying to get somebody to sign your punk ass petition that ain't gonna force nobody to do shit. Exactly. They took Crimea when Obama was in there. Did they do that shit during Trump's tenure in the White House? No. Because Trump wouldn't have had no problem doing this. He wouldn't have had no problem, and they know that. See, Pelosi and all them little homo ass Democrats and the few Republicans that are closet homosexuals that voted for that Marriage Equality Act. Let me explain something to you. Those Democrats are scared to death of going to war. You know why? Because this is complicated. So you got to understand, most of the Democratic campaign and National Committee donations comes from a lot of these CEOs who run these multinational companies that go around the world exploiting those people. Okay, remember, None of these countries got amnesia. Matter of fact, China's over there fucking with the Philippines right now. They're over there fucking with Japan. And we got a gang of military over there in Japan. China ain't scared of us, dude. You can listen to that tough talk with these punk ass white boys who ain't never served in the military with they sorry asses. You can listen to them fools, or you can get the real. Okay? You can get the real. Because let me explain something to you. The shit that's getting ready to pop off, nigga, it's gonna drain the American pocketbook. Okay? And even a war with Russia in Europe ain't gonna be as easy as they trying to pretend it's gonna be. NATO can get involved all they want. That don't mean shit. Remember, Germany was fighting all them motherfuckers. Remember that? Germany almost leveled all of the UK. The UK was about to go out of business, nigga, if it wasn't for us. They leveled the UK. Look that shit up on Google. See, if you ain't a student of history, you's a dumb nigga. Got these young niggas rocking around. Hey, Ice, man, fuck the past, man. It's about what's happening right now. Nigga, that's why you a sitting duck for these white supremacists, nigga. That's why you a sitting duck. Because you don't take nothing serious as it relates to your people. You don't take shit seriously. Always joking and playing. Always joking and playing. This is you. All the time. You 30 years old, you still acting like this. Like an infantilized grown man. And they know that. Ain't nobody scared of America no more. You think China and Russia are scared of us? Russia sent they felons in there to get slaughtered by those Ukrainians. And I'm gonna tell you right now, any of you thinking about going over to Ukraine fighting, nigga, don't ever say nothing else to me. Just unsub, nigga. Cause you dumb as hell. Do you know we done had hundreds of Americans go over there and get killed? Most of them are veterans. Some Navy SEAL got killed over there 3 weeks ago. Like, man, what the fuck y'all doing over there? Fuck them Ukrainians. Let them fight their own goddamn war. That ain't our job. Policing everybody. That's why they keep increasing the military budget. So, man, let me tell you something. The military budget right now is $800 billion. Do you really think we need all that money? China's gross defense operating budget is only $228 billion. And look how big their country is. Look how many they got the biggest military in the world. By head count. The only people that are playing is black people. Everybody else playing offense. You see all these other races shooting us, calling us niggers, mayate, slapping the shit out of us in public, beating us up, shooting us, stabbing us. You know why these other non-black people can play offense like that? Because they know you're only going to do so much. You ain't going to try to kill nobody because you're a pussy. Pussies don't kill nobody. The only people pussies kill are people they jealous of. That's the only thing a pussy will do. They ain't gonna take it out on the people who they should take it out on. They're gonna take it out on innocent people, like family or so-called friends. This shit that's about to pop off now, nigga, your country will never be the same. Because all that bullshit that America's been doing for the past 100 years, going over the Philippines, murdering them, going over there to the DR in the 40s, murdering them. Oh yeah. The US military used to go to other countries and just go in there, just start killing them. They called the Filipinos niggers. And in the 30s, they used to go over there and just murder them motherfuckers. They've done that shit all over the world for 100-something years. And let me tell you something. Russia and China is going to tighten America's ass up. It ain't got nothing to do with winning and losing. Because no matter what, if you in a war, you lose. Because there's going to be innocent people who going to die for nothing because of America's aggression toward all these other countries that we say are our enemies. And let me tell you something. France, Germany, Italy, all them little, Luxembourg, Denmark. Do you think them little ass countries, Swiss, Switzerland? Do you really think them countries got enough money to fight a war for 10 years, nigga? Yeah, the UN, throw in a little cash, but that's money already spent. The UN ain't gonna do shit. What you going to Ukraine for? Oh, for real, Aunt Smith? Man, and I bet you them dumb Sambos will probably do it. I wouldn't fight for no damn racist ass Ukraine. You know what? You gotta be a racist ass country for the president of Russia to say on national worldwide television that Ukraine is a Nazi haven and a training ground for Adam Waffen and other white supremacist gangs. And you think I want my tax dollars going over there to help fight them, help fight the Russians? Man, let them motherfuckers run their ass over. Who gives a shit? I posted some stuff online. Boy, I pissed a bunch of people off because I wrote, fuck Ukraine and fuck Zelensky. Boy, them white folks was cussing me, calling me all kind of names. I mean, obviously they didn't know what race I was, but they was calling me they would call me everything but a child of God. Okay? Because all these Nazi Americans, the reason why they support that shit is because they see themselves in them Nazi Ukrainians. Now, if you want to bring a couple of they got some fine bitches over there. If you want to go, hey man, I got a homeboy. He sent me a link to this website. All that's on there is Ukrainian and Russian bitches. And I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of them are fine as hell. Very seldom did I see an ugly one. I saw some average looking ones, but man, most of them were sick. There were 7s, 8s, 9s. Okay? I don't know what it is about them Russian women and Ukrainian women. They be fine as hell and they men be ugly as hell. They men look like Fred Flintstone. But, you can easily get a Ukrainian bitch over here because, what paperwork is she going to have to fill out? She could fly straight from Kyiv and fly straight to fucking JFK. No visa, none of that shit. Just like people coming from Venezuela. If you got a bitch over there in Venezuela you want to bring over here, they'll let them in with no questions asked. If they from Venezuela, they will let them in because of all that strife that America created getting rid of Chavez's ass. Venezuela was becoming one of the superpowers before they killed Chavez. You understand me? The CIA got at his ass. They tried to get Castro, but they didn't get Castro, did they? He went on out of here like a G. He died of old age. Okay? Their dicks was hard over trying to get Castro's ass. Ooh, they dicks was hard. They was mad as hell when he died of natural causes. If you gonna go out, that's how you go out. Don't go out like no bitch. Yep, mail order bride. Hey, but at least you'll have a belly warmer though, Mr. Banks. Like I said, a lot of them bitches fine as hell. I was like, damn, these Ukrainian bitches fine. I'm like, goddamn. Now, was there some baby mamas on there? Yes. And the site is free. You can talk to you, send a message to them. They can send a message to you. They don't charge. This ain't Match.com, nigga. This ain't POF, where you got a bunch of bum-ass baby mamas on there. Most of the women have no children. Some do. There's some divorcees on there. I don't want no divorcee, and I don't want no baby mama. I don't want nobody with even one child. I don't want nobody with a half a child. But I got a half a child. I don't care, bitch. That half of that child gonna want to eat. And I'm gonna have to take care of that motherfucker. And that ain't my kid. Oh yeah, they gorgeous, man. I was like, damn, this bitch is fine. Yeah, even them Russian bitches are fine. Look, let me tell you something. Eastern European, like Albanian, Romanian, man, them bitches be fine. And if they ain't fine, they sexy as hell. Man, some of these, man, Albanian women are darker skinned. Romanian women are darker skinned. They be bad as hell, dude. You understand me? Hey, look, I'm just giving you options, brothers. Don't be a passport hoe and go to some dirty ass third world country where you think, man, this old nigga on Facebook posted a picture of him with this in Honduras with some old broken down Honduran chick. She looked like she was probably in her mid-20s. She was decent. I mean, she was average look. She wasn't no dime. Not like some of them Ukrainian women. She just looked like a broke ass Honduran chick. And this dude, hey, this my lady. Man, this old ass nigga, he had to be in his 60s. I said, look at these bum ass niggas. Man, I clowned the shit out of his ass. I was like, you passport weak ass beta male motherfucker. Nigga, you gotta go down there and run down a three-legged gazelle to eat. Nigga, if I'm gonna run after a gazelle, it's gonna be a healthy one with 4 legs. Niggas love to go get a 3-legged stool, don't they? The traveling tricks. You an old ass nigga my age doing that passport bro shit. And he looked like a broke ass nigga. This old broke ass nigga. See, this is why black men are considered a joke all over the world, because people see this shit. Like that idiot that was had to get run out of Brazil before they killed his ass. See, that's a nigga that ain't got no street sense. You don't go to other people's country and exploit their women unless you got a death wish. Now he gonna go over there to Thailand and over there buying pussy with his stupid ass. Oh, degenerate ass nigga. Black man, that sexual degeneracy will get you killed, nigga. There's a lot of niggas that went down to Brazil doing shit they didn't have no business doing, and they yanked their ass and pulled their ass up in them favelas and never to be seen again. Because they were down there in Rio thinking them motherfuckers are slow. For some reason, I don't know what it is about Americans, but a lot of times we go to other people's countries thinking they slow, thinking they won't fuck us up. They be looking for an excuse to fuck you up. I done got into fights with people overseas because I did something or did some things I shouldn't have did. And them niggas stepped to me. Exactly. They ain't going to talk about, man, we going down there to look for a better option. Better option of what? You silly ass nigga. You going down there to buy dirty foot, third world coochie. That's what you going down there for. With your sorry ass. Making black men look like international tricks. That's why a lot of times, when I've been to some of these countries and I saw how the women reacted to me, I was like, this bitch must think I'm a trick. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like no trick, man. That's not a good feeling. I can't sleep at night knowing that I let some old dirty foot heifer get the best of my wallet. I'm an expert at doing it here. All of a sudden, I'm gonna go to a foreign country and just lose my shit. If you ever see an old nigga my age doing that passport bro shit, that's a nigga that been losing for decades. That nigga ain't got no women over here. Okay? Because I told this one passport bro nigga, he got mad and reported me to fucking Facebook because I clowned his ass. I said, nigga, if you got so much game, why don't you take your ass to Portugal and talk that shit? Why don't you take your ass to Berlin and talk that shit? Why don't you go to Paris? Paris women love black men. But them niggas who couldn't catch in Paris. They couldn't catch bitches in Paris. They ain't gonna go nowhere near Europe because they know that those women got enough sense to look at a dusty nigga who ain't got no game in his home country. They can smell your ass around the corner in Madrid. Those Spanish women fine as hell. They got asses just like them Brazilian women. They got bought because remember the Moors was in Spain for 700 years. So you still see that bloodline. Okay? When I lived in Europe, man, let me tell you something. Some Spanish chicks look like a straight up pasty white girl from over here. A lot of them don't. Some of them are as dark as we are. But they got straight hair. And they consider themselves to be white. Those women got degrees. They own businesses. Do you really think a stupid ass passport hoe, trick ass nigga, no game having nigga, what do you think is gonna happen to that nigga if he go over there to Ibiza, or he go to Lisbon, or he go over there to Madrid or Barcelona? Them women ain't gonna give that nigga no play because they know a bum when they see one. And they know black men ain't got shit in America. You think they don't know, nigga? And then they see your weak ass coming over there and you sitting there with much it costs to go back to the hotel. What? Man, them women will slap the shit out of you. Nigga, if you don't know how to talk for yours, it's so easy to get ass in Europe. Trust me. I know. You go to a bar or a club over there, and then two, let's just say you go to Spain. You go to the cat house and get you some ass. You can do that in Germany. You can do it in Italy. You can do it in all the European countries. You can go to the red light district and go get you some ass. Okay? But it's done on a classy, professional level. You come in there, you sit down, they had hoes come out, they'll have a lineup. They do the lineup. And them bitches will come out and they'll be like, okay, grinning like a motherfucker, cheesing. Okay? And they be like, and the madam be like, which one you want? I take old girl right there. Hey, I went to a cat house in the DR. Man, they brought them bitches, man, they brought out about 13, 14 women. And let me tell you something, none of them was below a 7. All of them had they didn't have no gigantic asses, but they were in, these girls looked like they worked out. Okay? I fucked the madam too. I ended up fucking the madam too. For free. Okay? Hey, guys, it ain't nothing wrong with doing that every now and then. But if your sole focus, if you going over there and your luggage, your suitcase, instead of having clothes in your suitcase, your black ass got nothing but condoms in there and a couple shorts and t-shirts and shit, we know you going over there to buy ass. Okay? We know. But see, it ain't no thing over there in Europe. Because that's where hoeing started. I don't know if the UK has brothels. I don't think the UK has them. Oh, boring ass Britain. I don't think they have cat houses. But everybody else do. And you don't really even need to go there. I went to the cat house in Germany when I lived over there, but I went in there and when the madam came out, I was like, nah, I'm good. Because I was living with a chick. I don't need that. And she had insane pussy. I ain't gonna front. That probably was the best piece of ass I ever got. Okay? And I've had plenty. But she was crazy as hell. That's why I left her ass over there. Yeah, Amsterdam is popping too, but they cracking down over there in Amsterdam because they, the drug game is getting violent over there. I heard they start cutting down on shit over there. Okay? See, violence will shut down businesses. Okay? Guys, I'm going to take a break. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I'm as serious as HIV, nigga. You better start thinking like a soldier before you get caught slipping. Because if this country let me tell you something, just like every time we have a hurricane, what happens? Every time we have a hurricane, Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Maria, Hurricane Irma, what happened? You had honkies in boats floating around, call themselves helping people, but yet they armed. Whenever American society breaks down, white folks get scared because they can't hide behind the popo. Because see, the popo puts a battery in the backs of Caucasians. That's why they're so cocky. They males and they females. They be like, oh, nigga, you ain't gonna touch me. All I gotta do is call 911 and them people will come over here and put them hands on you. Might even kill your black ass. So they ain't worried. But if we go to war with China and Russia, and there's that threat of us getting bombed directly from one of these motherfuckers, because you think China's a proud country, nigga. Russia's a proud country. You ain't gonna fuck them up. They will spend their last dime fighting the United States. Do you understand me? They will shoot their last bullet, nigga, if it meant taking one of us out. And they ain't got nothing against black people. They got something against these white supremacists. And you see how provocative China and, well, Russia to a lesser degree. You see how provocative they are. They up here got balloons floating all over the country, and this idiot president gonna let the thing float over the whole goddamn country before he shoots it down over the Atlantic. Talking about we don't want the debris to fall on nobody. Nigga, the balloon's path were over a lot of empty land. Montana ain't what they got, 5 people in the whole state. You know how big Montana is, nigga? I done drove through there and I don't know how many times. Wyoming, ain't but 3 people in Wyoming. You tell me you scared of debris falling? Man, if you don't get the entire fuck out of here, who these people think they fooling? I know exactly what they doing right now. They in the war room plotting. That's why they keep throwing little tidbits out there. We might institute a draft. There's Russian subs off the coast of Massachusetts. Now other countries do use their submarines. They'll come through certain parts of the Atlantic or the Pacific, but they're not showing that their movement doesn't. And plus, they might clear some stuff too with us. Hey man, we're just doing exercises. We ain't out here fucking with you. Because America try to act like all the oceans belong to them. Okay? Like nobody else can use the Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean. They're going to bomb Guam. They're going to bomb Midway, where we got a bunch of naval shit. You got Anderson Air Force Base at Guam. I know people that were stationed there. Okay? The whole base is the whole island. Okay? Talk about, man, them Guam bitches be hot in the ass. I'm like, nigga, that's all you niggas think about is hoes. That's why the black man's in the condition he in today is because of his dick. You need a dick cop talking shit to you because you out of control. Some of y'all sit around all day fucking around with porn, not getting anything done. I know what it's like to waste time because I've wasted a lot of the last 2 or 3 years because of this shoulder. Them fucking up my shoulder. Now I want you to think about this while I take this break. Guys, this time in history is going to be like no other. And I want you to fully grasp what's on the table here. America has made the whole world its enemy. Yeah, we got allies, but they, we spy on them too. Okay? We treat them like adversaries too when it's convenient for us. None of these other countries got deep pockets like we do. They can't sit there and keep funding that damn war. Why you think all these other countries haven't really done anything? No, the Danish, they sent all their tanks. This country only got 18 tanks. But they sent all those tanks over there to Ukraine. I wouldn't have sent Ukraine shit. I would have sent their ass a postcard say, hey, keep your head down. Don't be no hero. That's what I would have sent them. Some goddamn Nazis? You got to understand, not Russia, Germany during World War II was kicking the UK's ass. They were kicking our ass. They were kicking the French's ass. They were kicking all those other European nations, Belgium, all them. They were whooping their ass. You understand me? One country. Germany was the only, their Air Force was the only planes up there with jet engine. They're the ones that invented the jet engine. Did you know that? We were still flying with prop jobs. These motherfuckers flying jets. We didn't start winning the war until the damn near the end. That's one country. 20 million people died in World War II. This ain't gonna be no World War II, nigga. Part 3. This is gonna be another Vietnam. Okay? They already trying to fight a proxy war. That shit ain't gonna work. The same thing, remember the same thing happened in Vietnam. They sent advisors in the 50s, in the early 60s. Those generals had to stay on Kennedy's ass in order for him to start sending troops over there. What they first did is they sent what's called a buildup. They sent a whole bunch of troops over there, but they weren't engaging yet. I forgot the first what the first skirmish was, but they attacked us first. And that's how we got involved in Vietnam. Now, remember, them Vietnamese, they kicked the British and they kicked the French's ass. Remember that. That's why you see a lot of Vietnamese in France. Some of them fine motherfuckers over there. The reason why and they speak French. The reason why they did that is because they, like us, they say, okay, well, if you want to come over here and live in France, come on through, because we were over there fucking up your country. Remember, these countries have long memories, and they remember when the United States was over there doing shit they ain't had no business doing, and they gonna take it out on them innocent GIs who are just in the military because their family ain't got no money, or they need some money for college. And they gonna get caught up in that bullshit like I did. Okay? To get your ass shot off and get bombed. You understand me? That's why I'm so hardcore. Because I've been there. And some of y'all are asking for it. You asking to be sent to that meat grind. I'm telling you right now, the first place they're going to put you is infantry. Second place they're going to put you is tank brigade. The third place they're going to make you is the MP. And you might as well say they part of the infantry, because they're running point. It's going to be all the undesirable jobs you are going to be doing. Everything that niggas don't want to do, digging latrine holes and all kind of shit, that's going to be you. Okay? I'm going to tell you this story, then I'm going to go take a break. I used to work with this Mexican dude. He was ex-Air Force. He said he was him and another guy was sitting right here. They were sitting in front of a hangar, Air Force hangar, and they were talking. And he said, out of nowhere, all he heard was, Homeboy's laying on the ground. He said, I froze. He said, they didn't shoot me. He said, he said, I never saw them. They were in the bushes. He said, I ran into the hangar, grabbed my M16, and I hid. He said, I was in there all night. You think you ain't gonna be affected by that kind of shit? Even if you don't get shot, your immune system's gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be shitting on yourself while you on patrol because your body is scared. You might not be scared like that kind of scared, but your body is reacting to it, and you can't control it. Only thing you can do is get off patrol and be out there with everybody else washing shit out your drawers with Tide, like we did. Okay, it's about to get real, nigga. Hope you can handle it, because your black ass will be getting that draft card. I'll be back in a few. If you haven't contributed, go ahead and do so. Hit the Cash App. Whatever you can contribute is appreciated. You digger. You digs.